Everyone, it's Steve from Sneaker Tech Talk, back with another video today. For today's video, we will be looking at the newly released Nike Zoom Freak 6. Alright, before getting into the shoes, we will take a look at the box. As you can see right here, it has his logo, 34, it says stay freaky, and then it says no talent, only self-belief right here, and it says freak. And I did get these in a US size 10.5, and the color is white, black, and wolf gray. Alright, so getting into Giannis's new shoe, the Nike Zoom Freak 6. As you can see right here, I have them in the white, black, and silver colorway right here. Really nothing special when it comes to colorways. It's pretty bland and basic, but overall, I do want to go over the shoe. So starting at the bottom of the shoe, you just have Giannis's logo kind of running throughout. I believe they're calling this like the Freak traction pattern. As you can see, it looks pretty aggressive and it is pretty firm to the touch and pretty deep as well. So I think you might be able to bring these outdoors. It's pretty spread out here at the midfoot as well. So it is a solid rubber outsole. Just trying these on my hardwood floor upstairs, it does seem like a very good option here in 2024, and it does wrap up the medial side just a little bit as well. So solid rubber outsole with his logo running throughout as far as the traction pattern goes. As far as the cushioning goes, you are getting Cushlon 2.0 as far as this midsole. It is very soft. It adds a very nice spring back and feeling underfoot. In the forefoot, you have a large volume Zoom airbag directly under the ball of your foot. So you do have that Zoom airbag in the forefoot for that very nice bouncy and springy feeling. It is pretty close to the floor up front, while the back is a bit thicker for that impact protection at the back. It is caged just a little bit with that rubberized portion running up. As you can see, it does have some family members' names at the back of the shoe right there with his logo in black. But overall, the cushioning seems pretty nice. It's not 3.0, the newest Cushlon. 2.0 is still definitely nice and plush underfoot. So I'm definitely happy with the cushion setup on the Nike Zoom Freak 6. As far as my initial try on, it's very nice underfoot, very springy, especially in that forefoot. As far as the fit goes in this model right here, I went with my standard size 10.5, and my toe is seated right near the end of the shoe right here, a very snug 1-to-1 fit. The forefoot is wide foot friendly in my opinion. If you like about a thumb's width at the end of the shoe, I would recommend maybe going up half a size. But for me, I really like that snug fit, and that's what I achieved with my size 10.5 in the Zoom Freak 6. So as far as sizing goes, I think true to size for regular footers. For wide footers, maybe going up half a size if you want a little bit more room in the forefoot. But overall, it's a nice fitting shoe. It has great cushion at the back as far as the padding, and just very minimal up front with this mesh material. So very nice, no real issues. I will add that the tongue is gusseted from about right here all the way down, so it is connected. It's not going to twist or turn on you as far as the fit goes. So in my opinion, it's a very comfortable shoe so far as the fit goes. As far as materials go, it's really nothing special. You're getting two different materials basically. You're getting this synthetic leather material that does wrap around the back and the eye stay right here. Really nothing special. It's not a premium material. It's very cheap. And then the stuff up front is like a screen mesh material. It's very thin and breathable in my opinion. It does seem very strong when I did have this on foot. As you can see right here, it's basically see-through. So I do think it will have decent durability as far as the materials go, but it's really nothing special. A very cheap setup considering I think these retail for 140 USD, 180 here in Canada. And then as far as the tongue materials, you do have that synthetic leather at the top and then some perforated mesh running down the tongue. So again, really nothing special for that price point. I do think something like the Sabrina 2s have way better materials as far as the price point goes, but you're basically just getting that screen mesh with the synthetic leather, and I can't stress enough, this synthetic leather is very cheap to the touch. It's really nothing special in hand or on foot, but one thing I will mention is this is very free-flowing and breathable on foot. So I do think it's going to have next to no break-in time. We'll have to wait and see with the performance review, but I do want to mention that this screen mesh is very comfortable once you have this on foot. The swoosh is kind of like a plastic material as well. So again, mesh, synthetic leather, some more mesh down the tongue. Overall, a decent setup. But again, for that price point, I think they could have given us a little bit better materials in my opinion. As far as the weight goes for the Nike Zoom Freak 6, again, in a US size 10.5, They do come in at 13.2 ounces, so all things considered, this is a pretty lightweight basketball shoe. As far as the support goes, at the back of the shoe, you do have an internal heel counter, so it does a great job of locking your foot in at the back of the shoe. At the bottom of the shoe, you have a very wide and stable base with this outrigger right here. It's kind of a flange that does jut out a little bit to prevent your foot from teetering over and spraining your ankle. I do also believe there is a top-loaded shank plate. I could be wrong, but it is a pretty rigid midfoot in my opinion. So as far as the support goes, it's a pretty decent setup, and I think it will definitely get the job done for most players. If you're a super large player, 250 or 60 pounds, maybe it won't be enough, but even for Giannis, they built this shoe for him. So considering how big he is at like 6'10" or 11, it should be good to go for most play styles and sizes. Also with this traditional lacing system, it does a great job of locking your foot down. As long as you tie it really tight and have your proper size, your foot's going nowhere. This swoosh as well, it's more rigid right here, and also with this kind of rubberized portion of the swoosh. And then your foot is seated within this Cushlon midsole as well. So on those hard lateral cuts, this swoosh and midsole is also protecting your foot from spilling over the side of the footbed in the Nike Zoom Freak 6. So as far as the support goes, it's a decent setup. Really basic when it comes to the bones of it, but overall, I'm actually pretty happy as far as the support goes in this model right here. As far as the design goes, honestly, this does not look like a signature basketball shoe for a high profile athlete. On the lateral side, you have this large swoosh, kind of shiny swoosh here with this white kind of splatter print running throughout. On the back, there's some names of his family members. You have another stitch or embroidered swoosh right here on the medial side. Really no branding or anything around the toe box right here. At the bottom of the shoe, again, it's just his logo. So it's a very basic design, and honestly, in my opinion, for a signature basketball shoe, it's very underwhelming. I have seen that white and pink colorway kind of with the roses or floral print running throughout. I do think they're going to add a lot of that kind of print on his shoes to kind of spice it up a little bit, but so far with this white, silver, and black colorway, I'm really not impressed as far as the overall aesthetics of the shoe. I think it looks more or less like a team basketball shoe. And from my vantage point, you can get much crazier looking shoes at lower price points. But if you do want the latest shoe from Giannis Antetokounmpo's signature line, look no further, because this is what you're getting here in 2024 and well into 2025. So that's going to do it for today's overview on the Nike Zoom Freak 6. Sound off in the comments what you guys think of this basketball shoe. As far as the design goes, are you guys a fan of the simplistic design, or do you think it's a lazy design as far as the overall look and aesthetics of this shoe right here? For me, like I said, I think it's a pretty lazy design. Overall, the tech is decent with that Cushlon 2.0 and the Zoom bag in the forefoot. It's very comfortable on foot. Materials are pretty cheap. I don't think it's really going to add any overall crazy comfort, but break-in time is going to be very minimal. So far, in my opinion, the traction has been really nice. I'm looking forward to getting these on court in the coming days or week here, and I should have a full performance review out shortly of the Nike Zoom Freak 6. As always, if you guys could like, comment, and subscribe, that would definitely help the channel a ton. And check out my Instagram over at Sneaker Tech Talk, as it is an extension of my YouTube channel with all my pickups, basketball footage, and nostalgia as a whole. Stick around for the end of the video for an on-foot portion. But as always, thanks for watching today's video, and until next time, peace.
I'm in line with the stars, I'm in sync with the earth. 10 toes deep, flower child from the turf. I never switch sides, like even when I die, I'ma ride for the squad, light up tires in the hearse.